Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ankush. In our today's video, we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic in the SPAR, and whenever you go for an interview, definitely you will see questions on it. So the topic name is what is transformation. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the transformation, and later on we will also see what are the different types of transformations are there. So let's first focus on what is transformation. You know that whenever I'm saying that we are dealing with the Spark, there are two types of operation you will find it in Spark. The first operation, which is we called it as a transformation, and the second operation we are calling it as a action. Now all this operation you are performing on the top of your RDD and nowadays data frame and data set. This transformation or action, this operation we called it as a lazy evaluated. Why it is calling it as a lazy evaluated? Because unless and until you are not calling to the action, this transformation will not be executed. Okay, so because of that only we are calling it as a lazily evaluated. So let me try to repeat this lazy evaluated. So let's say there is one RDD, okay, and in that RDD we have certain kind of data is there. Okay, this is RDD1, and what you did on this RDD, you have performed some kind of the operation. Some kind of the operation means that transformation operation, just like filter. Okay, so whenever you are performing a transformation on RDD, another RDD will be created, that is RDD2. So every time when you perform a transformation on RDD, another RDD will be created. Okay, and because of that only we called it as a immutable. Okay, so we got another RDD over here, which is a filtered data. Now unless and until you are not calling the actions, okay, so in next step you will call the actions, okay, and all this transformation will get executed as soon as you call the action. Okay, and because of that only we are calling this transformation as a lazy evaluated. Now all this transformation internally create a logical plan, okay, and that plan which is called it as a direct acyclic graph. Okay, that is a DAG. It will create a logical plan and which is a DAG. Okay, so these are all about the transformations. So how many types of transformations are there? That is the next question. Now when I'm saying that there are two types of transformations, okay, in Spark. What is that about? The first transformation we called it as a narrow transformation. Okay, this is a narrow transformation, and the second transformation we called it as a wide transformation. That is a wide transformation. Now we all know about this transformation. We already seen this about the transformation. So there are list of transformation available in the Spark, and those list of transformation divided into the narrow transformation and wide transformation. Now how it is? When I'm saying that we have a RDD and we have a data in that RDD, so basically the structure will be like this. So there will be a RDD. So let's say this is my RDD. Okay, so this is my RDD1. Okay, and this RDD data is divided into the three partitions. Okay, so this is partition 1, this is partition 2, and this is partition 3. Okay, partition 3. Now when I'm saying that this is a 3-node cluster, there is a chances that all my data get divided into the different cluster, right? So let's say this partition has been created on node 1, this has been created on node 2, okay, and this has been created node 3. Okay, let's talk about a narrow transformation now. Okay, now what will happen in narrow transformation? Okay, let's say I have a RDD which store the data into the different partition, that is partition 1, partition 2 and partition 3, and all those partitions are divided into the three different node. Okay, and this node is again a part of my cluster only. This is my Spark cluster. Okay, now when I'm saying a narrow transformation, there will be a transformation like map, okay, or filter. These are all coming under the narrow transformation. Now what is the impact of this narrow transformation? When I'm saying that I'm applying the map, okay, basically it will create another RDD, because as I said earlier, every transformation whenever you are performing an RDD, it will create another RDD. So this is my RDD 2, and it is going to create another, the partition will be there, okay, basically the partition will be there, but that partition will be created on the same node. It is in node 1, okay. So I'm just applying the map transformation, and this will be partition 1, okay, this will be partition 2, and this will be partition 3. So this map transformation, basically it will take the input and it will convert it into the key value format, right? So this is just taking it from here and storing it in another RDD, but on the same node. See here, it was in this partition 2 was available in node 2. Now it has created another partition but on the same node, and this will be in node 3. So what exactly is happening here internally? If I'm saying that I want to do any kind of the transformation which is the part of narrow transformation, then it will create another RDD but on the same node. So there will not be a shuffling of data. There will not be a shuffling of data from one node to, let's say this is my node 1, node 2. There will not be any shuffling of data in narrow transformation, because the another RDD has been created under the same node only, right? The another RDD has been created under the same node only. Because of that only we called it as a narrow transformation. Now let's talk about the wide transformation. So this wide transformation is basically a completely opposite to your narrow transformation. In narrow transformation we found that there will not be a shuffling of data, because another RDD which has been created will be created under the same node only. But in wide transformation there will be a shuffling of data. There will be a shuffling of data. Why? Because as I said earlier, let's say I have one date, I have my RDD, okay, I have my RDD, and this RDD store the data in different node, okay. So this is my node 1, and this is my node 2, okay. This is my partition 1 actually, okay, partition 1, partition 2, and this is my node 2, and let's say another partition as partition 3, and this is my node 3, okay. Sorry for my handwriting is not good, okay. So try to understand the things only. So we have these three partitions, partition 1, partition 2, and partition 3, and we have a 3-node Spark cluster. We are just assuming. Now I am firing the transformation on it just like reduce by key, okay. So in wide transformation there are transformation like reduce by key, and another one we called it as a group by key. Now what will happen? We know basically in the SQL we have already seen what exactly group by will do. It will combine the data, okay. So if I want to take one example, I can take the example of department, okay. So I have a list of employee, okay, which is having a different department, and I want to do the group by. And we all know in Spark all this data is divided into the different node and different partitions, right? So basically it will try to shuffle the data, it will try to group by the data from one node to the another node, because let's say I have HR department on one node, there is a chances that this HR department records are also available in node 2. So basically I will try to group by the data, right, based upon my HR department. So there will be a lot of shuffling from node 1 to node 2 and node 3 also if you have 3-node cluster, because basically I want to pull all the data of same department from different node, right? So there will be a lot of shuffling of data, and whenever there is a shuffling of data over the node, different node, the utilization, the IO will be really high. Okay, which may cause a bottleneck in the network, and your Spark job will be impacted. It will be really slow. So this is the main difference between wide transformation and narrow transformation. In narrow transformation, no shuffling. Okay, and wide transformation, lot of shufflings. Okay, so that is the main difference between narrow transformation and wide transformation. I hope the things are pretty much clear. So if you have any questions, queries, comment, anything, just put it into the comment section. Definitely I will get back to you. And this is the most important questions in the Spark, guys. Okay, so you should know all the stuff. Thank you, and please do like, subscribe and share my channel. Bye bye.